Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Building Chinese Irish podcast with me, your host, a very hot and sweaty Grace, because Berlin is having a heat wave. Europe is having a heat wave right now. Today, I want to talk about finding the right teachers for whatever it is that you want to be learning. In my case, it's how to be a YouTuber. For about past 7 months now, I have been trying to do YouTube full-time as my job. Like, I'm not earning an income yet. I'm still on the way. So within that time, I've pushed my main channel, which is Chinese Irish, to over 1,000 subs. When I first started making YouTube videos again, I was all over YouTube looking for advice on how to make YouTube videos. One, here's pro tips for the people who already really know what they're doing. And then you'd kind of get these generic beginner step videos. Ali Abdaal comes to mind, where he would just say, just make 10 videos. After that, you'll have learned some stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true. But like, in my case, making a video took about a month. So waiting 10 months to try and figure out what happened, not something I was interested in doing. So I found this other category of small YouTuber advice that were small YouTubers giving advice to smaller YouTubers about how to grow a YouTube channel, and having coaching calls on how to do that. So someone who has 10,000 views selling the idea of being a professional YouTuber to somebody who has less views than that. I can say most of those videos were trash, to be honest. I was like, if you cannot package your information into a YouTube video that gets a lot of views where you can make a living from the AdSense revenue, maybe you have not mastered YouTube enough to the point where you should be offering other people advice for money. It's like, if I'm not interested in filling my audience with anxiety about their YouTube results so that they pay me to be their expert, then what can you teach me? Everyman predatory. That's what I would call it. I started kind of watching other videos more, trying to analyze what they do. And that's when I eventually came to this channel called Bog XD, who is the YouTube channel that I would consider my teacher. They teach how to make YouTube videos really well. What makes it a good YouTube channel is, one, the advice is like really practical. It's not like just some high level vague advice. Two, is very clear to the point where one of his videos, he just shows from start to finish how to make a video, and it's an 11-hour video. So his main channel is called Bog, where he has 500,000 subs. And then his second channel is called Bog XD, and that's the one that I watch, where he teaches how to make good YouTube videos. The channel gives good advice for free, like really good advice for free. And he has a paid community thing. You can get more support by paying for more support. I find this much more respectable because this guy actually has enough money from AdSense. He has experience in doing the thing that he's trying to teach you how to do. Whereas like the small creator YouTubes, they don't have the experience of making enough revenue from AdSense to live off of. They're living off of you, the customer's money. So what are they teaching you? From having watched a bunch of these videos from Bog XD on how to make YouTube videos, I found myself enjoying watching YouTube a little bit less, to be honest, because I can see the videos where they're implementing the YouTube template formula of, in the hook intro, introduce the concept, introduce the stakes. Why is this important? What happens if it goes right or wrong or whatever? And then hint at the ending of the video. So the reason why a person should watch all the way to the end. And then explain a bit more, reiterate the stakes again. So after learning about the formulas, I started seeing the formulas more in videos that I was watching on YouTube in my spare time. And I realized that it would probably go the same direction as my first career in animation, where I loved animation as a kid, like anime specifically. Then I went to animation school, learned how to be an animator. Then I graduated and worked in animation for a bit. And then I couldn't watch animation anymore in my spare time because I couldn't watch the story. I was just constantly analyzing the quality of the animation that I was seeing. And most animation that I see, I'm like, I didn't like this, I don't like that, that could be better, da-da-da-da. Only if it's amazing does that part of my brain shut off, and then I can actually enjoy the show. Or actually, it's like enjoying the quality of the animation So I'm still being pulled out of the show a little bit. I'm like, okay, I've ruined animation for myself because I studied it and worked in it. And I feel like I'm going to ruin YouTube for myself now too by studying how to make videos and seeing those formulas pop up in popular YouTube videos that I watch. You know, for me, when I studied animation, we also did some film studies, you know, and you learn the 3 arc structure. And you're kind of like assuming people are going to sit there and watch your thing the whole time and have the story reveal itself over time. It's really hard for me to comfortably tease the ending at the beginning of the video because I'm like, then that's going to spoil the twist at the end of the video if I tease it at the beginning. But we're not making short films here, we're making YouTube videos, and it's a different ball game. So there's so much stuff that I learned from this channel, but I think the most important thing was that he had one video where he laid out a checklist of technical things that your video should be doing in the video and the packaging of the video, like title, thumbnail. So if you're consistently making videos that are ticking all of these check boxes, you will get higher than 1,000 subscribers and your channel should eventually blow up. So that for me was like really reassuring because it gave me a target, a goal with YouTube, because I just previously had the vague goal of make better videos. But how? Like in past videos, I was talking about the fog of war when I'm like working on YouTube, not really knowing what I'm doing. Now it's suddenly like I got a list of quests to do. And then it feels like, okay, now it's not so much luck. Now it's not just like pumping out content. It's more of a skill acquisition and an understanding thing. And I feel much more comfortable in that. I feel way calmer about my main YouTube channel and my growth as a YouTuber. That's the difference on having like a good role model or a teacher, I guess. Someone who can say, there's the footsteps that I laid out. You just need to follow them and then you'll get to the right direction. And I don't need to take money from you. That's the ideal. You know, it's just like, here it is for free. And if you need more help, you can pay for it, but that should be enough. Things feel more like a job, which might sound bad. I think anyone who starts a company of their own, you realize you do a lot of work for no money at the beginning. And then just even getting to the point where you figure out, if I do this work, then that will turn into money, is an achievement. The anxiety of like, am I doing the right thing? That's kind of going away now. The fog of war is going away now. And I have the direction that I need to go. I have the things that I need to learn along the way. And then it's just getting in the rhythm of doing it and trying to enjoy myself while I'm going in that direction. It feels good to have a plan of action. It feels good to have clarity. The chaos is getting less. Recently I had dinner with a neighbor and she was saying at one stage in her 20s, she set up a shop for herself, like a little boutique. She knew a lot of artists, artisans, like craftspeople. So she's like buying beads from this person, buying like little things from that person and whatever, and put them all in her shop. And she had to sell them in her little shop. And she was really nervous about it because she never did anything like that. Oh, what if the point of sale system doesn't work right? What if this doesn't happen or that doesn't happen? And she had so much nervousness and anxiety about it. And then after 1 week, she was like, oh, this is so easy. So easy. You know, I don't know what I was worried about. It's simple. And I feel like that position, I can see that as being the light at the end of the tunnel. Once I learn these things, then maybe I'll get closer to being in that position. Because up until now, I've been like, oh, the anxiety of like, what if this doesn't work? Da, da, da. Now it's like, okay, light at the end of the tunnel. One day I'll be that person where it's like, oh, so simple. One day. And that day feels real. Maybe not in the near future, but in my future. Yeah, that's my rant. Another episode where Grace is actually in a good mood. Amazing. Even though it's like crazy hot. I hope this was interesting for you. Those of you out there who are not making small YouTube channels. I just want to talk about YouTube teachers a little bit. What a big difference it can be when you find a good one. So a question for the audience. What is your go-to YouTube channel to learn something from? Put it in the comments below. Maybe I can check them out and learn something too. Okay, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.